Hey guys, welcome back to the Session Talk Show, and we are joined by one of Houston's finest, right? He is known for his iconic, I made him laugh again, his iconic radio show and radio personality for Magic 102 FM. And we are joined with Houston's iconic Mad Hatter. Welcome in. How are you?
How are you guys?
Good.
Excited.
Excited. What y'all excited about?
We're excited to see you.
Talk to you today.
We want to catch up.
We've done this before.
I know, but that's what friends and family do. We got to catch up.
Yeah.
We hadn't talked to you since the last time we talked to you.
Well,
See?
obviously, you're still doing the session. So what's changed? Well, your location has changed.
Absolutely.
That means y'all moving on up.
Absolutely. George and Wheezy going on.
Okay.
We always have that good dialogue. I love you. So for those who don't know,
Exactly.
just go ahead and open up and tell us a little bit about your backstory.
My backstory?
Yes. If you can sum it up.
I'm a military brat who grew up in North Carolina, Fayetteville/Fort Bragg, who went to North Carolina A&T in Greensboro, graduated there, and got lucky to have a career in broadcasting that took me to Houston, Texas, and I never left. And so my career has been here for like the last 30 years. And I took a hiatus. I thought I retired or quit or whatever you want to call it. And it was a small group of people, maybe about 2 or 3 people, who talked me into possibly doing it one more time.
One more again.
Old time sake.
Okay.
And so here I am doing Magic 102 because that's actually where I started. When I first got to Houston, Magic was called 102 Jams.
Yeah.
And so over the years, somehow that transitioned back to Magic and the different formations of Magic 102.1. And in this new amalgamation that they are creating, they asked if I would come and do afternoons for me. So,
I didn't know you could sing. You just holding the notes. I need to
Okay.
get you on karaoke.
boy,
Karaoke.
how much y'all owe her, man? She's been trying to get her flattery since I sat down.
Yeah.
Never a bad time for little Freddie. Never a bad time for Freddie.
Mad Hatter,
Yes, ma'am.
I want to know,
Uh-oh.
it's going to be because I get a little more serious and instructive with you,
Okay.
is that Mad Hatter is your alter ego.
Mm-hmm.
What's the difference between Mad Hatter versus Benjamin?
Wow.
Yes, I'd like to know.
That's a good question.
That's a good question.
That role.
Ben was the person that was working at the Vibe at KTSU for the last 4 years. And it's the person that I transitioned back into. He was always there. His job is to manage Mad Hatter. From a business perspective, Mad Hatter can be as whatever he wants to be, but Benjamin does the management, the financials for Mad Hatter, and the upper management skills that Ben possessed. That's what he's been doing as Ben Thompson, I guess. The big difference is I'm a very serious person. I don't laugh very often, although my little baby that I just had, I wait to be an older person to have me a little child. I did adopt 2 girls along the way, but it's kind of different when you have your own personal seed, if you will, excuse my way of saying it. But I'm just a very introspective person. I love documentaries and thinking and seeing the truth in things, seeing the fallacy in things. Just a very deep person, not very surface. Mad Hatter is more there to make you feel good and entertainment purposes, and he'll grab some of the Ben stuff, but he won't go as hardcore as Ben could be because it could take a turn, and everybody ain't ready for that turn because I like to dig up information and see what it's all about, understand it. Why is there a war? Why is this happening in Ukraine? I'm one of those kind of people. I'll just keep digging and go into this real deep hole. Yeah,
Gotcha.
there you go.
Okay.
I will come out and then I'm ready to share with everybody. And I'm like, everybody probably don't want to hear.
Oh, you should never go on Reddit then.
I heard it can go to that rabbit hole.
Yeah, you'll be there.
Okay. So you spoke about
that was a good question.
Yeah.
What's the difference between the two? There is a significant difference.
Do they have the
I
same
kind of want to
zodiac sign?
expand on it
That's a good question too.
because you said the personalities were different.
Aren't you
So
Pisces too?
Yeah.
I'm a different type of Pisces, so I'm gonna just leave that there. I'm not like the other ones that I met that are a little more. Let me know, because my Pisces brothers and sisters, I don't want to disparage them,
What's up?
but I'm kind of different.
What's up?
Okay. Yeah, so just to expand upon that, you said Ben is doing most of the managing, or Benjamin, excuse me, does like the managing side. But what would be the difference you would say, or that you'd like to share between KTSU, the Vibe, Magic 1021? Like, what's the difference in managing those, the schedule, the overall feel?
Sure, I got you. Well, over there, I was not on air. It was 4 years of being away. I didn't see myself going back to being on air. I didn't think I knew how to do that anymore. I didn't think I would know how to ride that bike. What I did over there, I was an operations manager over KTSU in the Vibe, and content director or program director, if you will, for the Vibe. And I was just the person in charge of how to program the music and the imaging and what we gave away, what we didn't give away, and the idea of what this station is supposed to stand for. And sometimes telling people what to do. You're just operating more in a managerial space. And I'm very comfortable there. And I've always done it low key, behind the scenes. But, when you're playing Mad Hatter, you play that role, so to speak. But the stark difference is one is public radio and one is commercial radio, whereas KTSU is always seeking donations from the people.
Yeah.
And commercial radio is driven by people, people doing, paying for commercials and things of that nature. So there's pretty much stark difference of what the needs would be for those two organizations.
Right.
Do you think by any chance that streaming has changed?
Oh yeah. I will say, because Mac is a good friend of mine, he was one of the reasons why I went to TSU. I didn't expect to go there. Miss Donna Franklin, shout out to her, beautiful lady, asked me to come and do what I did at KTSU and for the Vibe specifically. The KTSU and being operations manager was something that happened later. I was interested in seeing where digital was going. I think we are in a total different area and space. When I first got into radio, there was this hoopla. What everything is on digital and social now, radio was to me. So I'm just curious in the next 3 to 5 years, where
that'll look like
terrestrial radio is what you call what I do at Magic, where that is going, and can it withstand the digital social world that we now live in? So really a lot of it is just because, like I said, I'm deeper. My curiosity of, can you do this? So me being on the air at Magic, there's a very specific goal and reason why I'm there. And I'm just curious, can a lot of the people, my peers and people, especially younger than me, y'all guys are way younger than me, I don't think they have an interest in radio anymore. So I'm there trying to figure out, what can I do to bring people back who went away?
Right. Okay.
Social media is important to them. Who other digital, you got Tidal, you got iTunes or Apple, whatever you want to call it. You have all these different diversions. You got YouTube. So I'm just curious, what can you do from a radio perspective as it stands today to bring those people who left? How do you bring them back in and keep them interested in what you're doing?
Yeah.
So I'm always scientific. My whole life is a scientific study, like watching my child with the mother. I find that to be the most fascinating thing to watch. Is child with mother and the dynamics.
We got to talk about that. Talk about that. That's a good topic, but we got to pay some bills really quick.
Sure,
and when we come back, we're going to talk about that.
I'm here.
We'll be right back, guys.
Hey, what's up? This is the Mad Hatter, and right now you're checking out The Session with these lovely ladies. Keep doing it.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Session Talk Show.
We here.
Hey.
We live with Mad Hatter. And so we were talking about a few things before we went to break, but I want to jump into your foundation.
Yes.
And, how can we help with your mission?
Mad Hatter Cares Foundation. I have not got to the place where I started soliciting for other people's money to help me fund this.
Wow.
Because I was just using
You've been doing it on your...
Yeah, I've been doing it.
Or maybe in-kind donation,
And at some point I will get to that. I guess
Yeah.
I've just been very my personal service driven
Mhm.
at this point.
Yep.
Gave some students over at TSU obviously some money last year, and because of my new situation I've been thrown off a little bit.
Yeah.
But my goal is every quarter to give something somehow. and it could be, and it's called Mad Hatter Cares.
Mhm, mhm.
And it's because I care about so many different things. So it can't be just about students or older people or the homeless or school. Or
those in need.
It's all these things that I'm interested in that I want to be able to give to at my leisure. So again, I have not started the.
But some corporations, they want to.
Yeah,
for you know what I'm saying, and to make a bigger impact.
I'll be doing that because I want to. It's just that
because baby gonna hit them pockets.
Life happens, and so life has happened. And I'm back on Magic 102 now. So for the next, I'm just very new to this again. And this is the first time in my career in probably 20 plus years that I'm all alone with no crew of people.
Wow.
So it was different when you could say, "Hey, I need you to do this." You're like a boss of your show. When you're the boss of your show and you're the only one there, it changes the dynamic.
Gotcha.
So I have to learn how to work that muscle and that wheel again, which I will. As soon as I do, I'm back to all those things that are truly important to me.
Well, let us know how we can help.
Yes.
I will. Thank you for asking. I appreciate it. Yes, ma'am.
I saw you live on Instagram, and then you on your car. You was on your car, and you're laughing.
Please.
I love it.
Please don't drive and rain.
You mentioned that.
Don't drive and rain. It's wrong. If I got an accident that happened, I don't want y'all to feel sorry for me. I asked for it. Okay.
So how has the transition been? You say you have to learn how to DJ again, and then being at the Vibe, you said there was about, if I got the right number, 38 people supporting you. Now you're just a party of one. How has that transition of learning and relearning the process?
Well, you on it, man. Start calling me Barbara Walters.
She is.
Again, it's like when you have a morning show. First, I'm gonna be honest with you. You get spoiled. I had such a good crew of people working around me. I didn't have to tell them to do certain things. They understood what the need was. And when you have that around you for a long period of time, you get used to it. You get used to, hey, Cooper, I need you to do it. Jim, I need you to do that. Matt, I need you to do this. Or they just know to do it, and the next morning they come to work and they have everything, and you just take the paper like this. Okay.
Yep.
No. Yep. Nope. Let's do it. And 3, 2. Mike's on.
Yeah.
So it's different when it's all you all of a sudden. Yeah. You have to learn how.
So you
like
playing in the game, selling the tickets, and making the popcorn.
I like that. That's exactly what it is. I'm going back to how it started, which is interesting and fun. And as you get older, very demanding because now I'm more, what does my family need? I guess I was very different with the girls, and I don't know why. I'm trying to figure out what that is. It was like, I know they needed me and I was there. And a lot of people didn't know about them they practically were grown.
Yeah.
But it just seems this transition that I'm going through now seems to be different. It could be because I'm older, and so it's a little harder. I don't know.
Are you older? How old are you?
I'm definitely in my 50s.
So that had it though. How can
25, y'all. 25.
25, 52.
Hey, if it's the new 30s. So you know what? How do you
She said
balance?
I'm going with it.
Right.
How do you balance work and personal life? Is there a balance?
I've heard people say that, for the true entrepreneurs and business people out there, there is no such thing as balance.
That's true.
That could be the case. I am forcing myself to make sure when I get home though, it is all, when my kid goes to sleep, then I have to figure out how to make things happen when my kid goes to sleep. In fact, I can't even think. When I hear his voice, my brain, I don't know.
You're right. No, that's what it is.
I can't think.
Because how old is your baby?
Concentrate. About to be 2 in July.
Yeah.
I just can't concentrate. I have to know what he's doing, why he's doing it, and I feel like I gotta inhale every moment that he's around.
Because you don't get him back. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Absolutely.
So every moment is very important to me. So it's a bit of a struggle, especially on this new journey. Thank you. It seemed that I had a little more time with him before. Now his mom's in the lead as the favorite. She's seen him more. It's not a competition though.
Shift once he hits puberty.
Okay.
Mommy's supposed to be number one.
Yeah.
And like I said before, I still love the dynamic of child and mother.
Yeah.
If a man doesn't like watching that process as it happens and seeing your wife or your woman as she's with the child, and sometimes you're looking at her like, who the heck is that?
Or even when she birthed the
She's
child.
just totally different. Like I know the person that I was dating
Before.
I was with, But this person, how she is with this child, is I don't really have words for it, but it's interesting. I'm glad. I feel blessed that God was willing to allow me to see things from this perspective. I really, really am. It's a beautiful thing.
I want to ask one more question. If you could kind of just maybe give a tidbit, like 2 bullet points. However, you mentioned entrepreneurs. Mm-hmm. So for the young people or anybody, entrepreneurs interested or aspiring to be in this industry, you have been successful for so long. You've sustained, you've done, I mean, it seems like you have the right formula. What would you tell somebody who aspires to be the next Mad Hatter? Well, there's only one of you, but what would you tell them?
I think the game from a radio perspective is different or obsolete, truthfully. This is me being honest. Somebody like, well, you work at a radio station. We'll see how long that lasts.
Okay.
I just think it's ticking if it doesn't make major changes. Here's what I would tell anyone. When I was at the university and I would talk to kids all the time, I would tell them that the social media, like some of the kids came in, they had 5,000 and 10,000 followers. Mm-hmm. I'm like, what are you doing with that? And they'll be like, what do you mean? Because they've grown up with these devices, so it means nothing to them. I'm like, you have your own TV show. There's 10,000 people somewhere for some reason that want to watch you.
Look, I need this lesson.
Okay.
I mean, but for real. Yeah. So they never thought about it like that. I'm like, you're your own television program because if these 10,000 people, there's got to be something about you that these 4,000 or 10,000 people like. How can you monetize that?
So the resources that are already at your hand, they need to utilize them more. That's a good point. That's a really good point. You could probably have a whole session about that.
If you're not monetizing this, if you're going to be on that instrument, monetize
it. That makes sense.
Not just for fun. And for these kids, I know it is just for fun because they got it. Oh, I'm going to be on Instagram or TikTok, which, by the way, by the time y'all see this, there might not be a TikTok. But,
true.
That's
but
true.
Use these social mediums to help you monetize your lifestyle. So that I would say, and in my career, I have always had my own thing on the side. So when I walked away, it was a little different.
Multiple streams.
Yeah, that's true.
I had a record company that still gets checks, a couple other things.
Do y'all hear this? Take notes.
I was already, I'm a pretty person, so to speak.
Yeah.
My wife, she does tremendously well. I'm a very
while they're taking notes,
Jen
says while they're taking notes, please look to the camera
from
and
the
tell them
yes.
where they can find you.
Listen, Magic 102, first of all. We need all the ratings we can get. That's why they brought me back.
Okay,
so
tell it.
You 2 until 7 in the PM, the afternoon.
Gotcha. 2 to 7.
In. Now, if you got the app, you can download it, Magic 1021, and that is Magic with a J. That's cool. But of course, the Real Mad Hatter on Instagram, and honestly, that'll take you to the website and to the podcast and to the YouTube. Everything I have is connected to that. So you can just go to the Mad Hatter is not spelled like the traditional way. It's spelled MADDHATTA on IG. Connect with me there or say hello, and I usually will respond. If you go too deep in the DMs, it might take me a while because I don't go that deep. Because that's a crazy place to go. It's like that Reddit she was talking about earlier in the last part of the episode.
Cool. Well, y'all heard it here first. Make sure you follow Hatter on all platforms. We love you here, Hatter. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank y'all. Can I just say
real
quick, thank you guys. I appreciate you allowing me the opportunity to be on your podcast. And not only that, also, oftentimes when you get away from big monster institutions, people start thinking that you are not as important as you once were. And during that time, you guys reached out and still had me on the program.
Of course.
And I always appreciate that and salute that.
You're a legend.
I don't know about all that.
Yeah. You
but
are.
I always salute
Houston
people
legend.
when they do that because you get to see what people truly are.
Yeah.
So I just want to say thank you.
We love you.
I know you still follow me too.
We love you.
All the time.
Yes. Thank you so much, guys. We will see you next time on the Session Talk Show.
Holla back, son.
Bye.